In a jungle, there lived a sage named Sadhu. He had acquired extensive knowledge through meditation. One day, after deep meditation, when he opened his eyes, a wounded squirrel fell into his hands from the sky. The squirrel was bleeding and trembling in fear, as it had escaped from an eagle's claws and landed in the sage's hands. The sage felt compassion for the squirrel. He thought, why not transform it into his daughter? Using his knowledge, my wife has been longing for a child for a long time, but fate has not blessed us with one. Instead of causing her grief by revealing this fact, I will transform this squirrel into a daughter and give her to my wife. With this thought, the sage recited a mantra and turned the squirrel into a little girl. He lifted the transformed girl in his arms and brought her to his wife. He said, "Now consider her as our daughter and raise her with love. Just think, the divine has heard your prayers." The wife was delighted to see the little girl. The squirrel-turned girl named Vedanta started receiving love and care in the sage's house. Both the sage and his wife raised Vedanta with immense love. The sage was overjoyed that he had a daughter who could fulfill his wife's desire for motherhood. However, over time, he forgot that she was once a squirrel. The sage ensured Vedanta received a good education. Before they knew it, Vedanta had turned 16. Now, the sage's wife started worrying about finding a suitable groom for their beautiful daughter. She expressed her concern to the sage, who also agreed that it was time for her to get married. The sage assured his wife not to worry, as he would find a worthy suitor for their daughter. The sage believed that his daughter was very beautiful and had received a good education. Therefore, he called upon the sun god with his spiritual powers. Sun god greeted the sage and asked him why he had summoned him. The sage said, "My daughter is ready for marriage. I want you to become her husband." The sun god replied, "Please ask your daughter once. If she agrees, then I will gladly marry her." Vedanta replied, "Father, the sun is too hot. I can't go to him, nor can I bear to look at him." The sage reassured Vedanta and said, "No worries, we will find another suitor." At that moment, the sun god suggested, "O great sage, there is a cloud greater than me. You can speak to them. They even shield my light." The sage remembered the cloud and called upon it. The cloud thundered and arrived before the sage, greeting him with respect. This time, the sage directly asked Vedanta, "Do you like this suitor?" Vedanta replied, "Father, I am fair in complexion, and the cloud is dark. Our pairing would not look good." Then the cloud said to the sage, "Summon the wind god. He is superior to me. He has the power to carry me and take me anywhere." Now the sage invoked the wind god. As soon as the wind god arrived, the sage asked his daughter, "Do you like this suitor?" Vedanta replied, "Father, they don't stay in one place. How will I build a home with them?" This time the sage asked the wind god, "I am searching for a suitor for my daughter. Can you tell me who is the superior to you?" The wind god replied, "Revered sage, you can summon the mountain. They block my path. They are superior to me." Immediately the sage called upon the mountain. When Vedanta saw the mountain, she said, "This is just a rock. Their heart must be made of stone as well. How can I marry them, father?" The sage folded his hands and asked the mountain god, "Who is superior to you?" The mountain king replied, "O sage, the mouse can dig holes in me. Based on that, they are superior to me." As soon as mountain god said this, the mouse jumped down from his ear. When Vedanta saw the mouse, she jumped with joy. She said, "Father, this should be my suitor. I like them. Their tail, ears, everything is so adorable." The sage thought, "Oh, I turned a squirrel into a human through my knowledge, but its heart is still that of squirrel." The sage immediately transformed Vedanta back into a squirrel and arranged her marriage with the mouse. After the marriage, both of them lived happily ever after. Moral of the story: no matter how much a person changes outwardly, their heart remains the same.